Hello, welcome back. In this video tutorial, we will see how we can remove an element from a max heap. It is also called as extract max. Whenever we remove a node, the last element will be taken and placed it at the removed node position. Then we will sync it down to its correct position. And how it actually works, let's see that thing in our Visual Go. Here, in case of extract max, we want to remove 61. So firstly, we will select our value and we will replace our value with the last element. And in our case, it is 24. So actually 24 will come in place of 61 and 61 will be removed. So in our next step, now 24 is selected and it will come at the place of root node. Now we will compare between 56 and 55, which one is greater. In this case, 56 is greater. So actually 24 will take place of 56 and 56 will come as a root node. So in our next step, now we have 56 at the top and 24 here. Now we will compare between 45 and 39, which one is greater. So 45 is greater, we will swap 45 with 24. So yes, now 45 selected and both the values are swapped. And our extract max is done. Once we understood this concept, it's time to write our pseudocode. Here, firstly we will swap value to be removed with the last one. Then we will pop from the values property so that we can return it at the end. And popping out is always better than shifting. So yes, we will pop out our last value. Once swap is done, then in the third step, if there is more values left, then sync down the values to its correct spot. There may be a case if we remove one item, then there may not be much more item. So that we will check. If there is more items left, then only we will sync down. So for syncing down, we will create a variable called as index and assign it a value 0. Then we will create a variable to hold the value of index node. Then in the second step, we will hold length of the values in the length property. Then we will actually hold index of the left child and the value associated with the left child. And that time we will make sure that it is not out of bound. Same way we will do for the right child. The formula is little changing. Here it was 2 into index plus 1 for the left child and for the right child it will be 2 into index plus 2. Once we have the left and right child along with the index, we will check which one is the greater between the left and right child. Then we will swap it with our current element. If no swap is needed, then we will break here. The child index you swapped to now became the new parent index. Okay, so we will keep looping and swapping until neither child is greater than the element. And there we will return the old root. In this way, our pseudocode is ready. So it's time to write our code in Visual Studio. So let's go there. Here we will create our extract max method. As per our pseudocode, swap value to be removed with the last one. So actually we will swap our first value with the last value. For that in JavaScript we have shorthand operator where I will write a comma b is equal to b comma a. So a will be replaced with b. So same thing we will use here. So we will write inside that we will do this dot to values at index 0. I want to replace my value at 0th index with value at the last index. This dot to values, inside that this dot to values dot length -1. And same thing I will copy on right hand side and will change the sequence. So this thing will come at the end. Okay. With this, our value will be swapped. Then in our next step, it is saying pop from the values property so that we can return it at the end. So we will write let pop item is equal to this dot values dot pop. With this, our last value will be the popped out, which we want to remove. In the next step, it is saying if there is more values left, then sink down the value up to its correct spot. So we will do if this dot values dot length is greater than 0. At that time, we will call our sink method. This dot sink down method that we need to define. After that, once our sink down method will work, then we need to return the value as well, and that will be our pop out item. So that we will write here. But yes, now we need to define our sink down method. So we will go down and here we will write sink down. With this, our code will be much cleaner. Inside sink down method, it is saying create a variable called index and assign it value 0. Then create variable to hold value of index node. So here we will write let index is equal to 0. Then we will do let element min is equal to this dot values and the value at the index 0. So now we have the index also and the value at that index also. In the next step, hold length of the values in length property. Let length is equal to this dot values dot length. After that, it is saying find index of the left children and its node value too. Make sure it is not out of bound. So for that we will write let left index is equal to 2 into index of our parent plus 1. And for right also we have the same thing. Right index is equal to 2 into index plus 2. After that, actually we need to find the node value too if it is existing. So firstly we will declare our left and right child. Left child and right child. Okay. And our next step we will check if left index is lesser than the length. If it is lesser than the length, then surely we have the node value also. So we will do left child is equal to this dot values and inside bracket we will write left index. Same way we will do for our right child as well. Control C and we will simply replace the things. Right child. So if our right index is lesser than the length, then we need to actually replace it and right child value. Yeah. So now we have our left index, right index with their node value too as per our pseudocode. Check which one is greater between left and right child. Swap it with the rightest child. If no swap is needed, then break here. So actually we need to keep a record where swap is needed also or not. So for that I will declare one variable called as swap. That will be null in the beginning. Okay. And in our next step, this step can be varied as person to person, but yeah, I will follow like this. So here I will check if my left child is greater than, if my left child is greater than the element Main spelling is incorrect. Okay. So if it is greater than the element, then my swap value will be equal to left child. Correct. But in another case, our right child also can be there and it may be greater than the left child, then what we can do? So inside our right child condition, we will check if our swap is equal to null. Our swap is equal to null. That means our left child is lesser than the current element. Okay. So, and our right child, right is greater than the element. So, this can be one condition. Or it can be another also. If swap is not null, that means the value is already swapped. Swap is not equal to null. And our right child is greater than the left child. So in this condition also I want to swap. So I will actually place both my condition inside a bracket to separate them out properly, and this also separately. So firstly I am checking where swap has already occurred or not. If it is not occurred already and my right child is greater than the element, then directly swap it. Or there may be a condition, our swap has occurred, but yes, our right child is greater than the left child, and that condition also we need to actually swap the value. So now we will have swap is equal to right index. So with this, our swap will hold the index of the proper left and right child. Here it should be our left index, not child. We need our index. Once that is done, it is saying swap with the largest child. If no swap is needed, break there. So, and here we will check if swap is equal to null. In that condition, we will break. Correct? And then it is saying the child index you swapped to now become the new parent index. So, we will write this dot values in the bracket index is equal to this dot values in the bracket we will write swap, and swap is holding the index with which we want to swap our value. And in the swapped position also we need to swap. So both the way the swapping will happen. This dot values in the bracket swap is equal to our element itself. Once that is done, now our new index, the child index, will become our parent index. So we will write index is equal to swap and keep looping and swapping until neither child is greater than the child element. So actually our code starting from here, the left index will come inside a while loop. So we will place it inside a while loop. Control X. Now we will write while true condition, and there control V, and we will properly format our document. So with this our code should work fine and nothing more is needed. Just one thing we need to call our method. So here we will do binary heap dot extract max, and that's it. But to see things on my console window, I will wrap up this statement inside console.log. Yes, here we are able to see 100 is removed. The removed node is 100, which it is returning. Then in our next step, we have printed the values of our array. And there our new node is now 36 at a proper position. That means our extract max is done here. With this, we will sum up this video tutorial. Let's meet in our next video tutorial where we will see our priority queue, which is very important concept. And my friends, please follow my complete playlist to have complete understanding about data structure and algorithms. Thank you very much for now.